Yes, everyone. I, of course, am Greg. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Well, I, of course, am Greg Chatmendy, joined by my famous co-host, Gavin. Gavin? Gavin? Where's, where, where'd he go? Yeah, well, he's not here today. So, it's just me talking to myself. As per usual, I'm loco. It's gonna be a really short one, as considering I'm doing this one solo. I didn't want to use any good, or not good, this is a good idea. This is Gavin's idea. I was gonna do something else, but this seems better for all things considered. We will be guessing NFL honors for every single NFL team. And yes, I do have Gavin's predictions. We will start from Coach of the Year, then go Comeback Player of the Year, then go do the Rookie of the Years, and then do DPOY, OPOY, MVP. In that order. So first things first, do Coach of the Year. Now you're not gonna see the coaches here, right? But there's a way to see the coaches. Give me a minute. Give me a second. I didn't think this through. I think that Coach of the Year is going to go to not Mike McCarthy. Not even close. I think Coach of the Year is going to go to Ron Rivera. Why do I think that? Because I think the football team is going to be a good team. And there's always that recency bias. Like when the Browns had their season this past season, Kevin Stefanski won Coach of the Year. And I think he deserved it. Yeah, true. But I think Ron Rivera is going to be Coach of the Year. And of course, I don't know if I've said this already, but Gavin picked Kyle Shanahan, which I could also see leading a team that was previously in the dumps to glory once more would certainly help. Of course, there's always the case for Andy Reid and like Pete Carroll and Sean Payton and like Bruce Arians, McVay. Like all these guys are also in the comments. Not you. Not you. So, all these guys are in the conversation. Now, Comeback Player of the Year. Gavin. I didn't mean to go in here. Gavin, who's not here. So I could say he said, I could say he said like, I don't know, Taylor Lewan, or who else tore their ACL? Like Solomon Thomas. I keep going the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. So he definitely said Solomon Thomas. You can't fact check me on that. But I'm gonna give my Comeback Player of the Year to a member of the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm going to give it to the brother of Joey. The brother of Joey, Nick Bosa, who without this entire year and he's going to bounce back, have a big year once more. And Gavin said McCaffrey. Now, why do I think Nick Bosa over McCaffrey? One, to have a different opinion in an argument I can't have with anyone but myself because he's not here. So, there's that. And also, I think McCaffrey played enough last season to where they might not give him Comeback Player of the Year while Nick Bosa was out the entire year. Like, maybe played 2 games. I don't remember. Like, he definitely wasn't on the team past week 3. He's on, you know what I mean? So, I think it's going to be Nick Bosa. He's going to do Nick Bosa things. He's going to play really well. He's going to Comeback Player of the Year. So, he'll have Defensive Rookie of the Year and Comeback Player of the Year. These are both things. I also thought about giving Comeback Player of the Year to Joe Burrow. Why did I almost give it to Joe Burrow? Because I thought it was, I'm tripping. Because he's a quarterback. And you know what the NFL loves? It loves quarterbacks. And it loves quarterbacks that have high name value, like Joe Burrow. So my 2 players, I guess it'd be Joe Burrow or it'd be Nick Bosa, and Gavin thinks it'd be Christian McCaffrey. Alright, so next is we're going to do Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. I will do Gavin's first. He's going for the QB of the Bears, Justin Fields. Now I am going to disagree for one reason, because I don't think he's gonna play enough of this season. I think he might start halfway through, and unless he like brings the Bears to glory after being like 2-5 or something, and ends up finishing like 10-7, I don't think they're gonna give it to him. And something I feel like it's almost a lock, no matter if he plays well or if he looks like Mark Sanchez at the end of his career. I think it's going to Trevor Lawrence no matter what. I don't think any player really has a chance unless they play out of their mind. Like, I think Zach Wilson's in an even worse scenario. Najee Harris. Let's just look at this team real quick. Let's look at this O-line. Hold on. Left tackle. Yeah, okay. Left guard. Oh, Kevin Dotson. That's pretty cool. Center. Right guard. Oh, you're not there. So, Trey Turner instead. But like, oh God. Oh Jesus. So if I were to guess, Najee Harris, there's no chance he has over like 650 yards. No matter how good he is as a player, there's no shot. Travis Etienne is in a dual running back system. That's not happening. Trey Lance won't probably play much this season. Mac Jones is Mac Jones. And any other contenders? Receivers don't get it. The only other player that might have a real chance, he'd have to play out of his mind, which he probably will because he's amazing, is Kyle Pitts for the Falcons. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. But he's a tight end, and it's the Offensive Rookie of the Year is a quarterback award unless, like, it's like Saquon or something. That's his rookie year in competition. So I think this is probably going to Trevor Lawrence in all reality. Maybe a slim chance of Zach Wilson. Or it's... I could also see Justin Fields, but I think that'd be a stretch. Now we're going to go Defensive Rookie of the Year, which Gavin has predicted, of course, as... Who did he predict? Oh, he predicted... I remember. I thought about doing him, and then I saw what he picked, and then decided not going to do it. I don't know where they have him listed here. Left end? No. Left outside linebacker. There it is. Jalen Phillips out of Miami. Who's a really good player, but is he going to be on the field enough? I don't know. I think he will have a really good rookie year if he's on the field. And he's definitely a contender. And why I say he's definitely a contender and not the surefire pick, because I'm just kind of like that, I think that Defensive Rookie of the Year won't be going to a corner, but it'll be going to a hybrid safety of the Cleveland Browns. And that's going to be, where were they going to have it here? There he is. The hybrid safety JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I think he's a brilliant player, fell way too far in the draft, apparently had some heart problems or something. I don't remember what it was about him that might be a problem. But he's here. I think he's going to give the Browns something very dynamic, and he can do pretty much it all. He can do it all. Some other players I consider for this spot, I consider Greg Newsome, also of the Browns, who's, where's he at? There he is. Greg Newsome II out of Northwestern. I also considered, I thought Patrick Surtain was too buried in the depth chart to get it, so I also considered, the Cleveland Panthers, the Carolina Panthers. I considered, of course, their corner, J.C. Horn, and I also thought of Trayvon Merrick as a possibility. Hopefully he's healthy to do his things, and those are the players I consider for that award. Alright, cool. Next, we're going to do the Offensive Player of the Year, and boy, Gavin, this was a weird one to me. A really weird one to me. He had, nope, not Tre'Davious White. He's a big Bills mark, as you'll see later. But he has Stephon Diggs, which isn't, like, totally absurd, but it's really difficult for a receiver to win this award. This is a running backs award. Offensive player of the year is a running backs award because they can't win MVP anymore. That one's a quarterback award. But I think it's definitely plausible. Some player who I think is probably gonna get it. I think it's gonna be Nick Chubb. Why do I think it's gonna be Nick Chubb? Because he's Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb is a monster. He would have he's great. I think he's probably gonna be the best running back in the league this coming season. Also that Kareem Hunt thing, you're like, but he's gonna split carries. Well, it doesn't matter because Nick Chubb's gonna average like 7 yards a carry anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, Nick Chubb has been absolutely monstrous. I think that award's gonna go to him after he's been he pretty much got robbed of the rushing record a couple of years ago from Derrick Henry, and then this past season he was injured. Probably wouldn't have gotten it. He might have gotten the 2K. I don't know, but I think there's a high chance Nick Chubb rushes for like 2,000 yards. Of course, as a Titans fan, I thought about Derrick Henry, and someone else I considered was like the dark horse. Hold on, I forgot. There was someone else I was considering. Give me a moment. Let me just I'm like blinking. I'm blinking. Why can't I think of who I'm thinking of? Oh my god, I'm like having a stroke. I don't remember who I'm thinking of. There's someone else. Oh, Dalvin Cook. I just think his team's not good enough to win the award, but it's very plausible. Of course, there's the quarterbacks, and some quarterbacks I think that could win it if like they have an insane year and give the award is Mahomes, Brady, Wilson, like all these top guys you see here, Lamar, not you, Allen, maybe Prescott, maybe Tannehill, Baker, Kyler, if he's played insane. I don't think it's going to be Kyler though. The other guys, like no one really down here. Maybe Jameis has an insane year. Now we're going to deep one. I don't remember who Kevin picked for this one, so I'm going to do mine first. Now I'm going to I'm going to triple dip on the Browns here. I think this Browns team is really good. And I passed them like an idiot. And I will be going with the monster, who is Myles Garrett. I think he's going to be ridiculously good, especially in his division with the high quality offensive lines that will be blocking, of course. The Ravens they'll get Ronnie Stanley back, and he'll have to do everything with Myles Garrett. And let's be real, one man can't stop Myles Garrett for a long enough time for this to really matter. The Steelers, he might get like 17 sacks against them in his 2 games against them, and of course the Bengals, who he will kill Joe Burrow. And he's just a really good player, and I think he will finally be considered for the award after the Browns probably have an amazing season. Rep Tech Cars McKinney's on this team. Huh. Anyway. Let me see who Gavin picked. While I do that, I'm talking about some other players that are possible. Right, he picked TJ Watt, who I also considered left outside linebacker. A lot of people think he was robbed. I don't think he was. But I think he will be in the conversation, even if he only has like 10 sacks. I think he's still gonna be in the conversation, just for the sole point that like people say he was robbed last year, so there's always a shot. Whenever someone gets robbed, or quote unquote robbed, they'll do that. Some other players, like Khalil Mack's always in the conversation. But for corner, there's hold on, Packers. Jair Alexander is, I'm assuming, who you all know I'm going for, not Zadarius Smith. I think Jair has a chance, and then also Jalen Ramsey has a large chance, and I think a player that could also get it, not Kendall Fuller, not Cookie Hudson. It's Chase Young. What am I doing? It's Chase Young. He was really good. I'm assuming he's gonna take another step up in his second season. I think he has a shot. But out of all those guys, I think Myles Garrett is gonna take it. Now, MVP, the big wahoo moment of the video. Gavin, he double dipped in the Bills. Like I've triple dipped in the Browns already, and he's gone Josh Allen. And I think that's definitely a possibility. He's a quarterback, up and coming, on a team that people are trying to become fond of. He's got it all going for him. So good for Josh Allen. I've said too much. I'm just not used to doing this by myself. Sorry. Josh Allen. Now, I'm going to name some players that I think could win it before I say who I think's going to win it. Tom Brady is always in the conversation every single year. Herbert might be a really dark horse. I don't think he'll get it, though. I think he's in a true tough of a division as a kind of a... Yeah. His schedule's kind of easy. But maybe. Mahomes, of course. Dak Prescott, just because he's on the Cowboys. I know that joke's hilarious. Aaron Rodgers, because he's Aaron Rodgers, and no matter what he's going to do, he's probably going to play just spite whoever he plays against. And I would say Russell Wilson, but let's be real, it's Russell Wilson. He's never winning an MVP. Never winning an MVP. Another dark horse, I think, could be. I know it. You're probably unsubscribing right now if you are subscribed. By the way, subscribe, like, subscribe. Another dark horse could be Ryan Fitzpatrick. Why do I think he could be a dark horse? Because I really like this offense. Antonio Gibson's a really good weapon. J.D. McKissick, Gavin's least favorite player. I turn him into that, at least. Antonio Gibson's a really good running option. They do McKissick, Lamar Miller, I forgot it's on this team. Peyton Barber's a player for sure. I'm not at fullback. The weapons they have are Terry McLaurin, who's an absolute phenomenal player. Curtis Samuel, who I think is really, really good. Like, he's a great gadget player. Can do pretty much anything for you. I didn't know Adam Humphries on this team. But I do like Steven Sims. And there's a lot of garbage here that I forgot about. Big fan of Logan Thomas. He looked really, really good last year. And that O-line isn't terrible. They brought in Charles Leno. They brought back Eric Flowers from the Dolphins. Chase Roullier is a pretty good center. They have Brandon Scherf at right guard, and at right tackle, they have Morgan Moses still. That O-line isn't as awful as it was for, like, Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins, where it was just pressure all the time. They've really done a good job of not making that O-line the worst ever. And I think Ryan Fitzpatrick has been really, really good this past 2 seasons. I don't know what happened. He went from one of those players where you don't know what type of player you're getting every week to a player where you know you're going to get something crazy, something wild. You're going to get a game out of him. He's an absolute monster. Now, who do I think's officially going to win the MVP? Oh, could be anyone. It's going to be Matthew Pert of the New York Giants. No. But really, I think, now hear me out. I've been looking down this Rams team, right? And I've always been it's going to be John Wolf. No. Always been a big proprietor of Matt Stafford. Cam Akers, really good player. Darrell Henderson, pretty good player. Wide receiver, they have Cooper Kupp. Okay, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson they brought in. I really liked what I saw out of Van Jefferson last year. They brought in Tutu Atwell. These receivers are pretty good. They also have Tyler Higbee, who's been pretty good this last couple seasons. They brought in Jacob Harris, who could be good. I don't know, he's a tight end. Bryson Hopkins I like quite a bit. I don't know who this is, so I don't know. The only problem I have with this team is the O-line. like Andrew Whitworth, fine. David Edwards, he's not great, but he's there. Like, they don't really have anyone at center. I don't know what they're gonna do there. Their right guard, they lost Austin Blythe. I think he played right guard for them. I don't remember. But Austin Corbett would probably do fine. And right tackle, they have Robin Havenstein, who's been better than I expected him to be. Not great, but he's been alright. And I think Matt Stafford, just getting out of Detroit is going to be a whole new experience for him. I think he's going to really prove that he was worth that number 1 overall draft pick 12 years ago, almost, I think. Oh, I'm old. Maybe he was 13. I don't remember. But I think Matt Stafford is going to finally get what he deserves. And of course, John Walter taking number 9. Matt Stafford gets 13. And anyways, guys, let me know who you have winning these awards in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like. Don't dislike. If you dislike, I will injure your favorite team's quarterback's ACL for the season. And you better subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I will give your entire offensive line COVID. And anyways, guys, this is Chatmendy. And I'm Gavin. Oh, he has been here the entire time. Who knew? This is Chatmendy saying